Dear listeners of the channel Stoic Wisdom, I am delighted to welcome you once again for this new reflection on the art of renewing ourselves in spring and doing a deep cleaning, not only in our homes, but above all within ourselves. Imagine ancient Rome. It was a dusty, dirty city. Every evening, people ended their day covered in a fine layer of dust. And if we think about it, life often feels the same. We wake up in the morning feeling fresh and energetic, and by nightfall, both literally and metaphorically, we are covered in the dust of work, fatigue, stress, and sometimes even discouragement. So why not take advantage of the energy that returns with spring to do some sorting, to free ourselves from what has been weighing us down for far too long? Think about what happens when a new year begins. So many of us make resolutions. We symbolically turn the page. We open a new chapter. Some even set very precise goals. And yet, 3 months later, many of us realize that everything has returned to normal. Bad habits resurface, new flaws appear, and once again, we accumulate delays, stress, and constraints. That is precisely why I believe we love the idea of spring cleaning so much. We tell ourselves, now is the time to lose those extra pounds, to change harmful behaviors, to get rid of objects that weigh us down, to free up space in our daily lives, and symbolically, in our minds. The Stoics, whose philosophy has crossed centuries with a simplicity both powerful and profound, invite us to use spring precisely for this purpose, to abandon certain habits, to cleanse ourselves of everything impure or unnecessary in our lives. In their view, it is not only about removing physical dust, but also about clearing out harmful compulsions and destructive mental patterns. They explain that this is a perfect moment to clarify our purpose, to nourish our inner drive, because spring is both a natural and psychological rebirth. That is why we sometimes see online challenges inspired by Stoic philosophy, such as the Stoic Spring Challenge, where participants focus for several days on exercises inspired by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. The goal is simple: to remind us of the importance of inner cleansing, to free our minds from excess, and to reconnect with what truly matters. The Stoics often speak of the inner citadel, that fortress inside us which external circumstances cannot truly attack unless we allow them to. Marcus Aurelius wrote that regardless of good or bad news, fortune or misfortune, there exists within us a core that must never be corrupted, a sacred space where our deepest values reside. When we meditate, we realize that beyond daily stress, beyond disappointments and frustrations, there remains this spark of goodness, this pure flame. Stoic philosophy also reminds us that when life feels heavy or bleak, it is often because we harm ourselves through negative, defeatist thoughts. Marcus Aurelius wrote this powerful sentence: "Our life is shaped by the color of our thoughts." In other words, if I focus only on failure, if I dwell only on mistakes, if I see only the flaws in others, then my world inevitably becomes dark and hopeless. Yet our time is limited. Marcus Aurelius insisted, "This time flows endlessly away, and if we do not use it wisely, it disappears forever." So this spring becomes a moment of reflection. How many springs and winters have I let pass without truly awakening? How many weeks, months, years will I still sacrifice before making the decisions that matter? Why postpone until autumn or next winter the changes I deeply desire? The Stoics would say, Act now. Do not postpone your life. This is the purpose of any Stoic challenge or personal commitment: to harness the energy of the season to initiate lasting transformation. Stoic literature is full of anecdotes illustrating the power of firm decisions. Consider Agrippinus, the Stoic philosopher. When asked whether he should attend one of Nero's questionable banquets, he replied, "You go, if you still have to ask. I do not even consider it." He knew what was right. He had his inner compass. This teaches us to clarify what is an absolute yes and an uncompromising no in our lives.